you get the feeling that Scandinavia is kind of building a wall.
Ismail?
Hej.
Hej. Godt at se dig.
I lige måde.
So what do you want?
In the 90s or 80s, when you talked about, refugees, you talked about it as something that actually can profit a society. Like someone can come in and they can share something that actually is positive for the society. Now it's different. Now it's more a discussion about, Islamophobic people, or discussions about people who are trying to exploit the society. I came to the north of Sweden when I was 6 years old. And at the airport there was, people kind of hugging my parents and say, "Welcome to Sweden." And they gave us an apartment directly, and it was like a different view on, what it is to be refugee, but it's different now. As a person who is, not the norm of the society, for example, in Denmark, who is mostly white, of course you can sense the racism, especially now because some things have been more accepted, like a way of talking has been more accepted, like when we talk about people who are from a different culture, or so I can sense that a type of racism that wasn't allowed earlier is much it's allowed. It's kind of a cheap way of saying that, okay, we only take responsibility, but we just take responsibility for a little. I think that especially now, when we are living in a kind of unstable time, you should do anything to help. Take it seriously, and not as a political thing, like, okay, like Japan took 20 refugees last year and it's okay. I don't like that. Now a lot of films, a lot of writers, a lot of music, politicians, people in radio, TV are from kind of that generation of people who came in the 80s. So that's just a sign that integration worked really well, Opening up the society, I think, is a way of, accepting that culture changes all the time, accepting that everything that was French or Swedish 50 years ago changes, And I think that as a refugee, if you come to a society where they are open, they see you as an asset, they see you as a person who will do something good for the society, and not as someone who is a burden, I think that at least my generation, we had the feeling that we could be ourselves in Sweden, even if we were Iranian,